American Recut, a spoiler-free review show where I, Nick,
And I, Brendan, dissect films and television to save you from atrocious media. Tonight's film is 2019's Godzilla. The cryptozoological agency Monarch faces off against a battery of god-sized monsters, including the mighty Godzilla, who collides with Mothra, Rodan, and his ultimate nemesis, the three-headed King Ghidorah. Director is Michael Dougherty, and the writer is also Michael Dougherty and Zach Shields.
we are here for 2019's Godzilla, as you mentioned, and I just want to go over a couple of the quick categories real quick, because obviously with a movie like this, we can't go into much detail without spoilers. So, first I want to talk about the monstrosity of the movie. This is, of course, an important part of critiquing any monster movie. It's the size of the monsters, how believable they are, and how just awesome they are on the screen in general. Which I would say this movie has a very high monstrosity rating.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of awesome beasts, very believable.
The effects look good on them, they have an interesting storyline that's tied to them, and there's a lot of fun with how they fight, how they move.
Oh yeah,
It's very well done.
very well done.
And to kind of dovetail off that, let's go into the effects of the movie as well, which I thought overall the effects were surprisingly good in this movie.
Oh yeah. No, I thought I'd see some shoddy CGI here or there, but no, they did pretty well.
Overall, the CGI was definitely excellent in this movie, and the quality and care that went into crafting the monster fights, how people move around those monster fights, that part shows for sure. But let's talk about the story as our counterpoint to that quality statement.
I was not impressed with the story.
I thought that with this story, there was a good A plot involving the monster fights, but the B plot, which is the stupid human plot that all these movies have, was pretty weak. And speaking of the stupid humans, let's talk about some of the characters. Now, the characters that we care about, Godzilla, Mothra, Ghidorah, they're all very interesting characters.
Oh yeah.
They're successfully conveyed without any dialogue for how they work, either through the environmental storytelling or through effects that surround them. These characters, we have an understanding of Ghidorah's motivations, Godzilla's motivations, all without them ever having any dialogue, and generally in fairly minimalist ways or with minimal exposition sometimes from the humans, which for the humans, they're pretty forgettable.
So with the humans, we are treated to some recurring characters, and we are also treated to some new characters. They all kind of sucked in this one, I thought.
There's some side characters and some background characters who come out decently, but overall the human characters are very much the weakest part of this movie, which you'd probably expect, honestly.
You know what? Good point. There are some side characters that did kind of help redeem the humans a bit. I forgot about them.
Alright, finally, let's talk about the themes of this movie. And this movie, oddly enough, does have themes.
Yeah, they hammer it pretty hard.
There's very strong religious symbolism in this movie. There's environmental themes.
Oh yeah.
A lot of things you would expect from some of the older Godzillas if you really went to the meta-analysis of Godzilla as a statement on, environmentalism. It's surprising that they brought back a lot of these old 70s, 80s, 90s Godzilla themes.
Yeah,
it was kind of refreshing to see them do that.
We cannot fight them, but we should live alongside them. That whole little concept of, finding a balance between nature.
And also them causing it through fracking and what have you. But
Yeah.
we'll get into that in full during the ramble on. But overall, though, as far as recommendations to see it in theaters, Brendan, why don't you start?
I highly recommend, especially just for the onslaught of monster brawls.
Agreed. Of the three big films in theaters, those being John Wick, Aladdin, and Godzilla, I highly recommend Godzilla over the other two. It delivers on what it promises. It's fun. It's engaging for most of the movie. There's parts early on that are a little bit of a slog to get through, but once you get through those, the movie is pure fun.
Oh yeah. It's like a big fireworks finale. It's just so much fun.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
We'll see you at the Ramble, folks.